Welcome to USSA TV's Industry Insider. I'm here in Folsom, California with Scott Leysath with Sporting Chef TV on the Sportsman Channel.
Yep.
Scott is an avid hunter, but not only that, he is an avid outdoor game chef. I understand you've been doing it for a really long time. And
Longer than I'd like to admit, I guess.
Great. Well, I'm here to talk to Scott about the Locavore movement. So Scott, essentially the food to fork movement, or the Locavore movement, is people really focusing on what they're putting in their bodies and wanting their food to be produced locally. So we've really seen a huge boom in it in the last couple of years. So tell me about your experience with that.
The Locavore movement makes complete sense. It's healthy, it's usually organic, and being closer to the source of your food is always a better thing. And of course, as a hunter, we use pretty much every part of that animal. And people talk about a free-range chicken. Well, what could be better for you than a free-range deer? We don't shoot deer that are typically unhealthy. The coyotes, the predators, usually deal with them. So I've had people say, I don't know, with those ducks, I just don't feel like I can eat it medium rare. I have to cook it all the way through. If a duck has flown back and forth from Canada to California a couple times, that's a very healthy animal. The free-range chickens that we see are very often, 2 weeks out of their 6-week lifespan. They're able to stand shoulder to shoulder with the other free-range chickens. Whereas deer graze naturally, they're steroid and hormone and antibiotic free, and there can't be a healthier, more sustainable, high-protein food source than venison. In Virginia, for instance, the #1 resource that they have for their shelters, for their homeless shelters, for a high-protein food, is deer donated by hunters.
So we know that California is a hotbed for animal rights activists, but not only that, it's essentially a state where they're really pushing the food to fork movement. So it seems a little bit hypocritical that at one point they're saying we want healthier meat, but at the same time they're saying we're against hunting.
It is hypocritical that there are those that are against hunting and trying to push the same initiative for the field to fork. I think they're just not informed, especially considering how much of the hunting dollar, how much of the hunting license dollar goes towards conservation. Without that money, California in particular would have infinitely less wild areas where they could go, and even if they don't want to hunt, if they want to go watch ducks, they need hunters and they need hunters' dollars.
Well, Scott, thanks so much for being with us.
You bet.
And you can catch Scott on the Sportsman Channel with his show Sporting Chef, 12:30 Eastern on Sunday mornings.